So I've decided to do the course this year because I thought it's an opportunity I can't really pass up if it's given to me, and it's going to help me further with universities because I want to go into the media, and it's also good because we get our views across and it's something that can't be done normally, so I just thought it'd be a good idea.
Hello, I'm Sandy Waugh. I'm running this project for City University because I've got more than 20 years experience now in BBC and commercial radio and television, and more than 10 years experience now teaching at postgraduate and master's level and on youth projects like the one we've been running here at City University. Young people often tell us that one of their biggest frustrations is no one listens to them. No one thinks their views are important and they don't have a chance to make themselves heard. And that's what this project is aiming to address. The name Shifted was chosen by the young people themselves to represent a double shift that they want to make. For them, instead of being talked about, they're the people doing the talking. And for adults listening, to shift from where they think they know what young people are interested in to the reality of what young people really want to talk about.
Because you know how the adults usually run a music programme, it's us doing it. And it's not a usual teenage programme, they wouldn't usually listen to it, so they've got to shift onto listening to us.
I think that's a brilliant name, and you are our winner this week.
Thank you very much.
Fantastic. The Shifted Radio project gives a group of teenagers from the Islington area the chance to train as radio journalists. It's run as a partnership between City University and the youth journalism charity Headliners. Over the course of the 3 months, all the young people taking part will be getting a chance to learn new technical skills, new ways of working together, and we hope the confidence to speak out and be heard. And if we can inspire a couple of them to explore broadcasting at a later date, even better.
I joined the course because I'm interested in radio, and I really like radio presenting and the thought of taking up as a career. I hope to get out of it, how to use the DJing tools and see the softwares that they use during their presenting.
I suppose I want to do this course because it was a very good opportunity, and not a lot of people can say that they've done something for the radio. Plus, it's a lot to put on my UCAS, and I haven't really got a lot at the moment. And I love journalism and I love the radio, and it's what I want to go into, so I thought it'd be the best thing to do. And media influences people a lot, and I think there's a lot of important issues out there for young people that are not raised enough.
At the start of the project, we're really looking to build the young people's self-confidence. They need to trust each other and learn to listen to each other. Some of them may never have listened to anything other than music on the radio, so we need to get them listening more widely and thinking about what they want to say and how they want to say it.
A lot of people think that young kids ain't determined enough to go into music, but really they're fine people who really are.
And I think it might be a bit hard, but maybe someone who's had STD or maybe someone who's got HIV.
This reality TV, so we're going to maybe try and get an interview with the person that maybe the producer of the show or the person that made the show.
It's really important that we don't impose our ideas about journalism onto the young people. If we're inspiring them to think for themselves, then they need to be in charge. So we'll be going out of our way to let them investigate whatever issues they want. We're encouraging them to create their own wish list of interviewees and then coaching them through the skills they'll need to plan and gather that information for their final programme.
The vox popping was quite hard because people weren't always, they didn't want to be on camera or wanting to have their voice being heard because they're nervous and stuff, and they've got things to do, which was quite hard. So it was quite hard getting people to actually answer your questions, and when you got people to answer your questions, it was quite hard to get them to answer them fully as you wanted them to. I think you're always going to be nervous when you start, not start doing it, but once you get into it, yeah, you'll just flow.
It's really important that this is a hands-on experience, so the middle part of the programme is just to get out there and do it. It is a wonderful chance for them to be young journalists. They're not playing at it, they are actually doing the job, interviewing the people who can answer their questions. Our field trip and our press conference days show the young people how to work in a team, how to manage the unexpected when it crops up, and they're great fun.
Here in the studio, make some noise!
Our field trip this year allowed the young people to go to the GCAP headquarters in Leicester Square. That building houses everything from Classic FM, Capital FM to Choice.
You listen to Choice? Yeah. I like your hair, man. I used to have hair like that. Sorry? Who said that? Was it that rock girl? The rock chick.
Was that?
All of them got like their personalised jingles in here. George K, Davey J, Jigs, Master Steps. You know what I mean? They all got their personalised. I play one of my personalised.
It was alright. It was better than what I thought it would be in it. So it's like it's good to experience stuff like that. Because now like I would like to do radio.
The different stations had different moods. Like the classical one was very calm. The Rolo guy was kind of crazy. But it was really interesting.
Hi, I'm Mike Anthony, BBC One Extra radio presenter, DJ for Rampage and a mentor with Shifted. The press conference was so important for these young people. They had hands-on Q&A with 5 very important, influential people in the music and television and radio industry. So important that these people can hear stories of what it's like to be young and to struggle, but also how to make it. It's something for them to aspire to. So I think for Shifted, this has been such an important part of the course.
The press conference, I thought that was also a good opportunity because it's like different, like doing your own radio projects and doing your own articles, but it's different from hearing people that are actually in the industry and getting their opinions on what it's like for them and getting like knowledge from them and tips for how to get into the industry, what to do. And another thing, I liked was that there was a lot of young people that like we could relate to, so it was easier for us to feel more like open and that. If they can do it, why can't we do it, sort of thing. That's the sort of message it gave to me anyway.
The final phase, of course, is the presentation itself. This is where all the planning, the technical lessons, the gathering of information all comes together and we put on a show.
9 weeks, and we've had these young people out on the streets talking to the public. We've had them at press conferences, Q&A, and very important people in the industry, learning how to package things, learning how to use the computers, edit music. All this 9 weeks, these young people have put all their energy and effort into. This is what they've accomplished.
Size Zero is becoming increasingly more popular amongst young girls, so group Size Zero, consisting of Caris, Esma, Louise and myself, Chelsea, decided to speak to Neil Sean, Sky Showbiz Guru, to find out his views on Size Zero.
So what are your views on Size Zero?
I think if you look at mega thin girls now, if you look at, say, someone like Nicole Richie, that's not really sexy. And also, I don't believe that it actually sells clothes. But on the other side of the coin, we're always told, and I'm sure you girls are told that, they're sample sizes. So do you know any samples that size? Because I don't.
Hi, I'm Jason McLeod, and my topic that I'll be talking about is fame. You can't go a day without hearing about celebrities' lives. On the TV, radio, reading about it in magazines and newspapers, they're everywhere. You always seem to hear about celebrities such as Pete Doherty and Amy Winehouse, but do we really want to hear about their lifestyle? Ask people around the streets of Islington what they really thought about celebrities.
Some people say the media is to blame for the stereotype of teenagers today, so I took it upon myself to find out exactly what someone in the industry thinks of today's teenagers.
I'm going to talk about young homeless people in London and the stigma, negative and sometimes ignorant views towards them from people who live in the city. I wanted to highlight how little people knew and yet how strongly and quickly they were to condemn and criticise. I also want to encourage people to look beyond the stereotypes and enlighten them on ways to be involved and help. It is not possible to put a clear figure on how many young homeless people there are in London, but there are always ways to help, through many different charities.
Okay. We would like to thank everybody involved in the making of the programme, City University, headliners and One Extra.